Tsinghua University teacher's office. The competition class was in a gloomy mood. Fang Yi was really sick. She had a headache and stayed in the office alone instead of going to the competition class. Lu Yao and Ning Xiner went to Fang Yi's office. They were both in a terrible mood. "Xiner, don't cry. Everyone will forget about this soon." "How could I forget? Auntie Yao Yao, I really lost face this time. It's all Zhuxi's fault. She deliberately humiliated me." "What to blame? Blame yourself. It's already decent enough that they are willing to let you go. Be more careful in the future and don't always use others as a tool." "Auntie, why are you speaking up for her?" Ning Xiner also didn't believe that they could do so well on their own. There must be some reason. At this time, two girls from class 28 walked past them and said, "Zhuxi, thanks to your notes, I got all the questions right this time. You are amazing." "Notes? What notes? Where did Zhuxi get the review notes?" She blocked Zhuxi and Li Yuding. "You got all the questions right. You are so brave to brag." Ning Xiner grasped the key point. "I want to see what's so great about a broken notebook." She immediately took the test notebook from Zhuxi's hands. "I didn't expect you to love studying so much. Here are the notes for you. No need to thank me. Don't lose the test next time." "Zhuxi, don't be so complacent. You were just lucky this time. Next time I will make you lose all your reputation." "Oh really? I wish you success." "Look at her, auntie. She is provoking me. Who cares about a broken notebook?" Fang Yi picked up the review notebook and looked at it for a long time. She was simply amazed. Why does it look so familiar? No, there is something wrong with this notebook. The content is exactly the same as the genius girl's notes. Even the handwriting is the same. What? Is this the genius girl's revision notebook? Lu Yao and Ning Xiner were so shocked that they couldn't say a word. The genius girl's notebook unexpectedly appeared in class competition, Lu Yao asked suspiciously. No wonder the ordinary class made such rapid progress. But how did Zhuxi get the genius girl's notes? At this moment, Ning Xiner suddenly thought of something, and she said loudly, "Do you still need to ask? She must have stolen it." This advanced mathematics exam ended perfectly. Class regular returned to the classroom with high morale. They did not become proud but took out their books and continued to study hard and make persistent efforts. Let's look at this step first. "Zhuxi, I never thought you were this kind of person. I misjudged you." Zhuxi and her classmates from the regular class were preparing to study when someone came and shouted accusations at Zhuxi. Li Yuting immediately said, "What's going on, Zhuxi? Do you know him?" "Don't know." "Zhuxi, I didn't expect you to be so unscrupulous for a bet." Not long after, a large group of people came to block them. Vice principal also came. Surrounded by the crowd, Zhuxi glanced at Ning Xiner calmly, then said in a clear and flat voice, "What do you want to say?" "I see you won't cry until you see the coffin. What do you see here?" Ning Xiner held the review notebook in her hand and looked at Zhuxi with a triumphant look on her face. "My notes?" Zhuxi admitted generously. The students in class regular were all stunned. They really didn't expect that this review notebook actually came from the talented girl from Tsinghua University. Let me say this. These two are notebooks of a genius girl. Why are her notes in your hands, and are they written by you? Even the geniuses disdained to be friends with them, so they never thought that they would each have a copy of the genius girl's notebook. This world is all fantasy. Why should I explain this to you? There was a smile in Zhuxi's bright eyes. Oh no, she was discovered. Ning Xiner smiled proudly and said, "Then you admit it, admit that you are a thief." At this time, Ning Xiner looked at the vice principal and said, "Vice principal, you heard me. Can our Tsinghua University tolerate such a morally corrupt student?" The vice principal didn't believe that Zhuxi would steal someone else's notebook. "I still want to make some money through Zhuxi." The vice principal didn't want to make things difficult for Zhuxi because the principal had told him personally when he left school and asked him to take care of Zhuxi. The vice principal was a little hesitant. The principal is already on the plane, so let's wait for him to come back and deal with it. "Mr. Zhang is coming back. The principal is finally coming back to school. Mr. Zhang will be back tomorrow?" That's perfect. The first thing Mr. Zhang will do when he comes back is to drive Zhuxi away. At this time, Zhuxi stood up and said, "Don't wait, I'll go now." "Zhuxi!" Everyone's eyes were red with reluctance. "Since Mr. Zhang will be back tomorrow, why should I waste my time talking to you?" Zhuxi's slender figure had disappeared from Tsinghua University and from everyone's sight. By then, everyone will have their own opinion on who is right and who is wrong. Zhuxi knew that all good things must come to an end. Mr. Zhang was coming back and it was time for her to leave as she was not a student here in the first place. Everything was a coincidence, which led to this beautiful misunderstanding. Zhuxi, just pretend. You must be feeling miserable now. Don't worry, leaving Tsinghua University is not enough. I want you to get out of the capital. Not long after Zhuxi left Tsinghua University, she received a WeChat message from the detective. In the photo, Zhuxi appeared in front of the outpatient clinic with a sign saying, Gynecology. Miss, you said before that you wanted to investigate Zhuxi's private life, and recently there has been some progress. Ning Siner's pupils shrank. Gynecology? Didn't Zhuxi never have a boyfriend? I caught you again. Ning Ziner didn't expect there would be such a pleasant surprise. To be honest, she didn't believe that Zhuxi was still a virgin. It turned out that she was not. Who was Zhuxi's first man? Now it's time to watch something interesting. Fu Group, President's Office. Fu Nancheng was reviewing documents when Secretary Song came in and reported that Zhuxi was a thief. President, Miss Ning reported Miss Su on the Tsinghua University forum for stealing the genius girl's notes. Miss Su left Tsinghua University this afternoon. Fu Nancheng paused with the pen in his hand and his handsome eyebrows immediately frowned. Stealing notes? She wouldn't do such a thing. How is the situation now? That's what's spread outside, and Miss Su seems to have been expelled from Tsinghua University. Fu Nancheng's eyes darkened. I will contacted Mr. Zhang and told him you can go back to work. Yes. Fu Nancheng pressed the button to call Mr. Zhang. At this moment, the door of Fu Nancheng's room opened and Lu Yao's figure at the door came in. Nancheng, Shiner said she's treating everyone to dinner tonight. What do you think? Do you want to go? Fu Nancheng raised his hand and pinched his tired brows. What does she want to do? If you want to play by yourselves. I'm very busy recently and don't have time. Shiner and Zhuxi had a quarrel. She also invited Zhuxi to have dinner with her, hoping to cause trouble for her. Fu Nancheng's eyes darkened. Lu Yao glanced at Fu Nancheng and said, I want to ask if you want to go and watch the fun. Fu Nancheng suddenly paused. He glanced at Lu Yao. Where is the location? Next episode preview. Fu Nancheng turned around and looked at her with his narrow eyes. What did you do at the hospital? Zhuxi's heart skipped a beat. Did he suspect something? Don't panic, calm down first. I had a stomachache, so I went to the hospital to get it checked out. Fu Nancheng looked at her clear and bright eyes and asked, Your stomach hasn't healed yet? What did the hospital say? He asked why it was so detailed. Zhuxi straightened her delicate body and frowned slightly. It's nothing serious, the doctor said. I'm healthy. Fu Nancheng curled his lips vaguely. He took 2 steps forward, came behind her, grabbed her slender arm and pulled her back. He lowered his voice and said, If you are not feeling well, just be quiet and don't get involved in other people's troubles.